An advocacy organization. In his over 25 years of work with NYPER, he has overseen community organizing activities, directed statewide issues.
It was burning a second ago. Anyhow, I'm going to fix this door on the motorhome and then get to bleed the brakes.
9170. That's 800-695.
Close your eyes.
970 for the listener.
I can't swear while I'm doing this. Holding the camera, but you get the message. Just like the Hyundai. Smoking.
Coming up, one handicapper on whether Republicans.
Time to crank her up! I got it hooked on the frame somewhere. Who knows where. Oh, someone's gonna give this some TLC because it ain't gonna be me. Let's see if I'll pop this hook right off.
Also, we'll go underground into an unregulated Chilean gold mine.
And on Sesame Street, a Muppet girl with a kinky afro sings about loving her hair. It becomes music to the ears of lots of women.
Those stories coming up in the shower after the news.
Rusted.
From NPR News in Washington.
NPR News.
The Justice Department is suing Michigan Blue Cross Blue Shield for
Good. Sue 'em.
practices that drive up health costs.
Clunk.
NPR's Carrie Johnson
There.
could be the first of
Dust
many
in the camera.
antitrust suits. Antitrust enforcers at the Justice Department say Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan includes language in its contracts with healthcare providers that raise costs for hospitals. Assistant Attorney General Christine Barney says the most favored nation language means that competitors can't negotiate better rates. Blue Cross denies the allegations. The insurance company says its negotiated discounts help millions of people in Michigan. Barney says the Justice Department is prepared to challenge other companies in the U.S. that may be violating antitrust laws. Carrie Johnson, NPR News, Washington. Authorities in Carlsbad, California are investigating a crash involving former NFL linebacker Junior Seau. The 12-time Pro Bowler is hospitalized with minor injuries after his SUV went off a cliff, plunging 30 feet to a beach. Seau had just been released from jail after a domestic violence arrest. Iran is doing high-level talks in Rome aimed at bringing peace to Afghanistan. NPR's Sylvia Pajoli reports
Don't think I brought my BFH.
contentious issue of Tehran's nuclear development program. U.S. Special Envoy for Afghanistan Richard Holbrooke said the meeting is restricted to Afghanistan. It does not affect other issues with Iran. Citing Iran's long border with Afghanistan and its problems with Russian immigrants coming over the border, Holbrooke said Tehran
Alright, I gotta
a peaceful settlement of the situation.
pull on this side now, I suppose.
Iranian envoy Mohammed Ali.
Well, fix her up.
Mix of sun and clouds tomorrow with the sun.
Alright.
If you run a business, the internet can be a
Crank up! I hope.
bad news review or one disgruntled customer with a blog can gather their business for weeks and destroy your brand online. It's because it's very hard to make negative articles on sites about your company go away. There is one option. For a price, they can be buried, or a 5-page review into a Google search for most people.
Oh, yeah.
Our member station KJZ, Peter O'Dowd. Businesswoman Finn Downhill had an image problem. Earlier this year, an angry customer launched an attack campaign on the internet, posting a blog that accused Downhill of stealing the client's money. If you type the company's name, Elixir Interactive, into Google, that blog was at the top of the search list. Right there it says, Thursday, do not do business with this company. In capital letters.
The person who did this knows what they're doing because they knew exactly how to make this present in this very damaging way.
That's why Downhill believes the attack came from a competitor. Elixir Interactive is a search optimization company, which means people are willing to pay up to $500,000 to boost their profile in search engines like Google or Bing. Of course, tracking negative content. In her case, Downhill created a barrage of new websites promoting positive content about her business. That pushed the offending blog to the 3rd page of a Google search.
If it wasn't for who we are, our reputation would have been destroyed.
According to the digital media research firm eMarketer, search optimization is a $2 billion industry. industry.
Oh, yeah.
And improve search suppression. Prominent public companies
Good
like
boy.
BP and Toyota.
Alright.
From NG,
Alright, well,
providing consumer
I
reviews
can
on
get that
local
piece of
professionals,
angle iron off.
electricians and veterinarians, and plumbers and roofers. Details at NG.com. From the investment firm of Raymond James, wealth management, banking, and capital markets.
Smoking.
Learn more at LifeWellPlan.
I've got to weld this back on.
And from Buick, maker of the 2011
Well, fix her up.
LaCrosse, a luxury sports
Works better.
sedan with a sculpted design. Learn more at Buick.com.
More or less.
This is NPR.
Works better. I swear it does. Okay, I'll show you.
Speaking too freely to a reporter. His colleagues are still trying to decide what lesson to take from
Not
him.
so bad now.
What do you do when you're asked a question? In a Republican democracy, should we have our leaders say
Oh.
no comment?
I'm Renee
Uh-huh.
Fontaine. What military leaders should say and what they shouldn't on the next morning edition from NPR.
All right. It's the best I can do for now.
I'm Pat Bradley, WALC News.
First Lady Michelle Obama is urging voters in Connecticut to continue the momentum that elected her husband president while sending Richard Blumenthal to the
Yeah.
U.S. Senate.
I can bridge that with the welder.
The First Lady said President Barack Obama
I suppose.
needs strong leaders like Blumenthal.
Welder. Good welder. All right. Time to crank her up.
Mining hasn't been bad for me, he said. It has
See anything?
another life. Mining made Chile, and 170,000 work its mines.
There we go.
Dirty, dangerous
All right.
work. And until recently, those miners were invisible. Then came the San Jose collapse.
I hope you can see what I'm looking at. I'm gonna crank her up.
Captivated a global television audience. Fontaine says he too was sad. He says it wouldn't have been that way for him had his mind collapsed. It would get complicated here in this mine, he says. No one would have ever expected what they did. That's because he found a whole lot by himself. The so-called
I think I'm blocking your view.
Wildcat
Hang on.
taking over an old mine whose riches are mostly gone.
I'll move the welder over.
This mountain is honeycombed with such mines.
There we go.
Over a century old.
There we go. Block your view.
Patience, he says.
Good as that.
Without it, you can't mine for
Like a
gold.
barrier around a construction site.
No big tunnels, no countless tons of rock. You go down on rickety wooden ladders. Machinery and
All right.
one shaft.
Better get some water.
Just how deep it goes.
Can you see it? Better get some water on that so it doesn't catch the motorhome on fire.
And inspected, and safety is up to him. The work is backbreaking, but
At least now they can step in.
Rebel said that while Islam is a part of Germany now, attempts to create
All right.
a multicultural society
That's better.
do not work.
Fire's out, sprayed water on it. And wheels off on this side. We'll show you some more as soon as I delete some of the junk on my memory chip. I'll show you how the steering works. Drum brakes.
These are the key issues, including need for school reform. And still refer to those as Turkish descent, the third-generation German citizens, as the Turkish. Leaders say the change of education and immigration policy is the new first thing in mentality.
I can feel
Too soft.
But as long as the majority
Uh-oh.
does not accept me as one
Gotta
of
get some water on this.
I'm German citizen for 2 decades already. I took up this belief.
Got the grill ground down and painted. And the steering. How does that work? Drum brakes, bolts are buried for the wheel cylinders. One powered steering box with hydraulic fluid goes to another steering.
A very successful family business.
Alright, that's how welded up. The remains of the hook is still there.
I'm a lifelong conservative and constantly telling NPR to my conservative friends because I
Oh yeah, I had gas sitting here the whole time. Yep, I've got gas in that container. That's not too bright.
I listened to Mr. Siegel's report on the Delaware campaign.
That's a lot better.
It was unfairly negative towards his adoption.
And Tracy from Nebraska, right? The correspondent attempted to demean the Republican candidate.
Yeah, I was showing you the steering on this thing.
Who once filled in as
Rusted.
what possible relevance is his father's job to him? My father was always worked in a factory. Does this mean that his children are
Steering box mounted with big plates and brackets and gussets with pressure lines to the power steering pump, and it's got a link that goes to the original steering box, which is now a dummy box, and it's got a double-ended joint to send the power steering to where it belongs. Transmission lines. Double steering box, no chains, protector for the emergency brake. Alright, the little bolts are buried here for the wheel cylinder. I've got to take that off and clean them up and get some brakes on this beast so we can ride it down the road. Get it to flock out of here. Dual exhaust, transmission, cones, brake lines, belt cranks.
Number one, your baking powder or baking soda was
Right, I've got